Turner Yell makes the stop in the secondary for Denver. 1st and 10. The fake. Good block in there, and down it goes. Caught at the 30.
Welcome to the Fins tailgate. It's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. We live that aqua and orange from the field to the mic. Breaking down the plays, man, we talk it every night. From Tua to the defense, you know we keep it tight. NFL moves, you know we got the insight. We open up the floor, yeah, it's your time to shine. Fans drop the heat with opinions realigned. You got concerns, bring them, we're gonna chime. The Fins tailgates, where we keep it prime. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. The NFL's changing, but we stay on the grind. Latest breaking stories, we don't waste no time. From the trades to the rumors, we make them all align. At the Fins tailgate, we always on the climb. We're repping the Dolphins, but it's NFL wide. From South Beach to the league, we keep it worldwide. Got the fans engaged with the energy supplied. Come kick it at the tailgate, we're riding high tide. Welcome to the Fins tailgate, it's where we elevate. Miami Dolphins talk, yeah, we never hesitate. Breaking news, hot takes, we keep it up to date. And when the fans speak up, the panel resonates. So if you love the game, you know we got the gate. Tune in, speak out, don't wait, it's your fate. This is the Fins tailgate, now watch us dominate. Miami Dolphins, NFL, yeah, we integrate.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk here on TFTG. I'm your host, Papa Paul, along with my co-host, Mr. DolFan Winters.
What's going on, brother? How are you this evening?
I'm above ground and upright. That's all I can ask for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good day in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
A little tired there, my brother?
Very much so. Very much so.
Let's just get into the nuts and bolts of things and talk about this game that we almost lost and should have won without going into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't score any real points as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
And we should have never had to go into overtime. In the third quarter and in the fourth quarter, there was twice we could have kicked field goals. And he wanted to try and go for it on 4th and 1, going up the middle, which has not worked all day long.
Definitely.
I mean,
I don't know what McDaniel was thinking about, but you know, you're going against a team. They don't have any timeouts. You can go ahead and kick the field goal, kick the ball, and they probably have maybe seconds left on the clock.
I think they had about 40 seconds left in the clock, and which is a lot of time in a lot of ways, but with no timeouts, and it was like he had no trust in the defense. When the defense is what kept us in the game all day.
Agreed.
What's up, Derek?
Yo, Derek.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on with your brother?
Oh, Dolphin Winters is falling asleep on us, brother, so I'm glad you're here.
You ain't never lied.
He's probably worked the last 16 hours, probably.
Shoot, bro, you called it. I worked 3 doubles in the last 4 days. So yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, what time do you work? Like, what time do you go in?
I'm in at 5:30. Sometimes I don't get done until about 6:30. So yeah.
Yeah, I understand, man. That stuff gets long, that's for sure.
Good evening, Mr. Falk. Thank you for joining us, my brother.
Mr. Falk, what's up now?
Good evening, Papa Paul, Dolphin Winters, Derek. I'm gonna tell you, I just don't. I don't know.
Did you hear the first part of the show at all?
No. What were you saying?
We were talking about how we almost lost a game that we should have won without going into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had two chances at field goals in the third and in the fourth quarter, but instead he tries to go for it on 4th and 1 or 4th and goal, with especially the fourth quarter when there was no timeouts left on either side of the ball, and he runs it up the middle, which hasn't worked all day long.
And then on top of it, he didn't even use Ollie Gordon.
Thank you, Derek. Exactly. That's the time you use Ollie Gordon in the red zone, especially when you pass that 5-yard line. Also on 3rd yard and short, you put Ollie Gordon in there. I
Right.
mean, I don't know. That's why I say, I don't know, man. I'm at the point now where it's just hard for me to try to figure out what's going on for our team, man. I don't know. I'm just lost for words sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to understand what they're thinking and where they're trying to go with things.
Yeah, one thing we definitely need to do is we always run the same play when Ollie's in there. You know, I mean, there's 2 or 3 plays he runs. To change it up, you need to put Achane in there as well and try to just change it up a little bit so it ain't the same formation all the time. But shout out to Jordan Brooks though for Defensive Player of the Week. He totally killed it. If we don't lock that man up on a contract, we should just fire everybody, including the new GM that hadn't even been hired yet.
And I want to add something to what you're saying there about as far as the running go. Also, let's also put Jalen Wright in there as well. Kind of out to me. We got a diamond when it comes down to Devon Achane, but how long are we going to have him? Because there's one tackle where I said, oh my goodness, where he got bent. I said,
yeah.
I didn't think he was going to get up. He did. So that, I'm not trying to say, let's make our players soft, but, we need to, alternate a little more Ollie Gordon and Wright, because I'm gonna tell you something I can mention before. I don't know if I mentioned it last time I was on here. Achane runs a 4.32 and Jalen Wright runs a 4.38. So Jalen Wright is not no slow guy. He's not shifty and as talented as Achane, but let's just utilize all 3 of our running backs.
Yeah. Well, at least they did that this last game, but we still didn't score points like we should have.
Agree. I just don't understand that. I mean, it's like you're going from hot, we were hot with the Bills, now we're cold with the Commanders.
Yeah.
Well, you got to remember too, though. You're going against Dan Quinn, who's been a defensive coordinator pretty much his whole career. The man knows defense. He is one of the best defensive coordinators out there. And now he's a head coach. The man knows what he's doing, and I mean, he knows how to shut down that style offense. He played against the 49ers, all that stuff, and you know what I mean, and that West Coast offense being with the Cowboys, so he kind of has an idea. But Bobby Wagner and Latufa, I'm trying to think, number 4, the Samoan linebacker. You had 2 really good linebackers too that were there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but hey, we're on a 2-game winning streak. Let's keep it going, and let's get us. The Dolphins are trying to get us sucked back in again. Is what's going to happen to let us down, to throw us off the cliff again.
Yep.
Hey, we're gonna poke you. We're gonna poke you with a stick. Almost playoffs, and then we lose the last 2, and then we fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
It's the way to keep us there.
Of course. I mean, the way I look at it is this: we take it one game at a time. We got a bye this week, then we got the Saints after that, then you got the Jets after that, then you got what is it? Jets, Bengals, then Steelers, or no? What is it? What is it? Saints.
Steelers. We got the Steelers before the Bengals.
All right, so
Steelers.
Saints. Saints.
And
I thought it was Saints, Jets, then Steelers.
Okay, yeah, Saints, Jets, and Steelers. Yeah.
Steelers is a Monday night game.
Okay.
and then the Bengals getting Joe
Well,
Burrow
prime
back
time
and,
Monday night,
and Chase.
you can count on us losing that one.
Yeah, because Roethlisberger's getting inducted in the Ring of Hall of Fame, ain't it? Somebody, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Big Ben that's getting inducted.
Oh, Roethlisberger. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
But I don't know if we go by what John Gruden's saying, man. He's trying to get us all hyped. If you didn't get hyped by that video, then I don't know if you were a true Dolphins fan. Besides besides giving McDaniels another 5-year extension, I think.
I say this. If you're a logical Dolphin fan, I understand what Gruden is trying to say, but we know our team as well, and we know at any given time the floor can fall right from underneath our feet at any
Exactly.
given time. So I'm not believing the hype. I see us beating the Saints off our bye week. I see us beating the Jets, actually, also. But after that, let's keep it real. You got the Steelers, the Bengals, Tampa Bay, and then New England at the end of the season. So I mean, anything is possible, but let's be realistic. It's gonna be cold, fellas, and we don't do good in cold.
Weather.
No.
Exactly.
Well, the bad news is this last weekend is that we lost Juju Brits for the year.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that guy was really starting to step up and play. And
He was.
play well and what have it. So yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, the worst
Right.
part is that's why the Colts let him go. He's been injury prone, but I mean, you got to remember he's only been in the league for 2 years. He got drafted in 2023, so I wouldn't mind signing him to a Greer contract to prove what you're worth, you know, because the kid's definitely got talent. He's long. What is he? 6'2"? 6'2" as a cornerback is pretty good.
Right.
But like I said, it comes back down to being on paper. We are really, really good. The difference is we need to start holding these guys accountable, and it just seems like to me, I don't know if it's not just because we're winning with the 2-game win streak. It seems like since now that Greer got fired, it's like people are starting to be held accountable a little bit more. And you could kind of see it too that I don't think McDaniels has really lost the locker room. Excuse me. And then the him trolling the Bills, like they claim that's true. And then I don't know if you guys seen the interview where he was waiting to go up on the podium and he threw the last question into Ollie Gordon. Tell us how good your head coach is, or I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's the quirky McDaniel we want to see, like he brought in 2023, or 2022. So it's just, I'm hoping that this vibe is starting to change and the culture starting to move. Because there's definitely talent there. We just need to be coached right and do your damn job.
Right.
And I think as long as you got a leader in the locker room, somebody like Jordan Brooks, I think he's going to help make that team better. That's what you need there, because you can tell that the passion and the heart and the playability is there. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts about Jordan Brooks being you lock him down and put him as a leader in that locker room for the next 5 years.
I don't know about 5 years, but at least 3-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3 to 5, something like that. I mean, make it,
Depending on his age, what's his age, and how long he's been in NFL.
Yeah, I don't have much research on that.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Y'all go ahead and find out.
And then somebody, I don't know if you guys have been on the WCFL Facebook page. A couple people posted a thing. It was called the real story of Tua. If you watch that, take a chance and watch that. It goes back to like when he was in Alabama and the whole concussion thing. And I was watching that on my lunch break today, and it was actually pretty good. And then they want to compare how bad Tua is. Like he's not. Like they want to compare him to Jalen Hurts. They want to compare him to Herbert. I mean, if you really think about it, Jalen Hurts ain't any better than Tua, besides the whole injury prone. I mean, his defense carried him to a Super Bowl. I don't care what anybody says. Winners, I don't know what you'll agree or disagree on that one, being in Philly, but I think the team made Hurts as good as what he is.
Well,
Okay.
I'll say this to you, not to cut you off, Paul.
Go.
You got when Philly won the Super Bowl, they had the number one running back in the league, as in Saquon Barkley, and their offense was clicking like crazy. Right now, as them being the haunted in the defending Super Bowl champions, their offense has been stuttering, and all fingers are pointing to their offensive coordinator. Their defense has been the all-star of the team right now. So for you to sit there and say that there's really no difference between like Tua and Hurts, that's night and day. See, Hurts has not led the league in interceptions. Tua is doing that as we speak. And even though that the offense right here in Philadelphia is not clicking, they still find ways to win games. That's something that we couldn't do within the first 6 or 7 games of the season. So it's like night and day when you talk Philly and Miami. It's
Well, I
like,
mean, the biggest
you
thing is the
know,
coaching and being held accountable. But if you put Tua in that offense with the number one running back last year, I think he does just as well and wins Super Bowl as well.
I mean, you
I
think
don't know.
about it, it's not
I
even
don't know
just the
about that.
offense. I'll say this to you. The offensive line is a whole lot different and a whole lot better than Miami's offensive line. I will definitely say that for a
Oh,
fact. I think when you put a
absolutely.
whole bunch of quarterbacks behind that offensive line, they'll sit there and definitely prosper way better than what they are in their existing teams. But to each his own. Everybody has their opinion.
Okay.
So,
Jordan Brooks is 28 years old. He was drafted in 2020, round one, pick 27 by the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, whoever said about the 3 year thing, that's not a bad idea
mhm.
moving forward.
Yeah, 3 years would put him at 31, which is, that's good age for most football players if they're still playing at that time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, because he probably had to be 23, 24 when he got drafted then. Or no. Yeah, he would have been 23 probably when he got drafted. He probably stayed all 4 years of college too.
Yeah.
So basically, he only played with Seattle before he came to our team.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, that's why I say I
Didn't they?
got to pay more attention to these games because I missed out. What I'm trying to say, usually when I watch games, I can remember, I would remember a player like Brooks, but like I said, I got to pay more attention.
It's okay, Mr. Polk. I can't remember one thing from the next, my memory. So
I hear you, Papa Paul. I hear you.
How did we acquire Brooks? Did Seattle didn't release him, right? Seattle released Dawson, right?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure.
I know they're both from the Pete Carroll when he was in Seattle. Pete Carroll's been
Right.
known to draft good linebackers. I mean, heck, he had, well, he didn't draft Bobby Wagner, but he's always had pretty good linebackers up there.
Right.
well,
One
let's put
thing.
it this way: for this season already, Brooks has 71 solo tackles, 54 assists, and 2.5 sacks.
Mm, good grief.
And he's on track. He's on track for 140 tackles. Cool.
And then I think last season we brought Dawson in, and he was flashing last season. So I'm glad we kept him when the season was over last season. I'm glad we did keep Dawson because he was showing. I was seeing some
Yeah,
flashes that I like.
Brooks signed with the Miami Dolphins as an unrestricted free agent on March 13th, 2024.
Mm,
Okay. And if you notice, they communicate really well back there too. They're both
talking about Dawson
very.
and
Yeah.
yeah. That's the thing. That's a good thing you want to see. It's communications.
And then, the last couple games here, last 2 or 3 games, Grant and Phillips have played a little better. they're starting to get their feet wet. And they finally hit that weight room a little more and get into that NFL diet and learn more. When you're going, I think we're gonna be okay. We look okay for the future.
Good evening, Russell Hopman.
Yo, Russ.
What's up, Russ?
What's up,
What's
Russ?
going on, gentlemen? I tried to peep in and say he signed as a free agent. I didn't think any of y'all heard me though.
No, I looked it up.
I guess pretty much the same thing with Dawson too, right?
Well, Dodson was released in the middle of the week, and the Dolphins put a waiver claim in and got him.
Oh, I got you.
See, not all of us have a photographic memory like you do, Russell.
Yeah, that's sometimes a downfall, Paul.
I understand because you see things you can't forget and that you want to forget.
Oh man, I don't even want to get into that. There's some games I still pissed off about. And I'm not talking about like recent games. I'm talking about, listen, I told Saul, and Saul will testify to this. I'm still pissed off about the Sea of Hands game from 1974. And to this day, I won't watch it because I can still remember it as being a 10-year-old racing home with my father from Sears. He was picking up drill bits and the game was on. This is back in the day when they had floor model TVs. I put it on, acting like I'm going to buy a TV at 10 years old. And I'm watching the 4 o'clock NBC game, the Raiders and the Dolphins. And, oh, man. And the significance of that game that really gets me upset is we would have went to 4 straight Super Bowls. And that was the end of our dynasty because the WFL signed Warfield, Zonka, and Kick. We were never the same after that. And to this day, I still get pissed off about that game. You should, if you ever have a chance to watch it and you see it, you'll be like, oh my God, it makes you sick. Especially it's like some of the weirdest plays. And the sad part about that game is we didn't have either Jake Scott. We didn't have our starting corners. We started 2 rookie corners that game. Tim Foley and Charlie Babb against Cliff Branch and Fred Biletnikoff. Think about that for a minute.
Speed and
yep. And Biletnikoff could that son of a bitch could catch a snowball in a blizzard.
You ain't kidding about that. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he or was it Lester Hayes that had to stick him?
Yeah, they took. Well, they both did, but Lester Hayes was the one that really made a big stink about it.
Yeah.
But that whole game, Clarence Davis, who scored that winning touchdown on a 3rd and 11 play, and Vern Den Herder had stable around the ankles. He threw it into a crowd of Dolphins. There was 5 Dolphins on Clarence Davis, and he came up with the ball. Yeah, that game makes me sick to this day. I don't generally talk about it.
This is our bye week now, and we should be getting Austin Jackson back before the Saints game.
He has to be better than the human turnstile.
Possibly Rasul Douglas too.
But hey, Russell, you got to remember, Borum has done better than what he did with the Bears. He still does some stupid crap, but you notice they've been running off of Borum's side. Like H-Head's been running off that left tackle.
And but Derek, you just said the magic word, running. How about in pass blocking?
Hey, at least we're getting our money's worth, though, right?
Hey, the thing that bothers me about the Dolphins is we do just enough to keep us as fans excited, but come on, man, we're not really going anywhere. I like to see the wins. We don't want to tank. Nobody wants to tank. I want to win. And I said, we'll do the undolphin-like thing. We'll probably run off 6 wins. And then we ruin our draft pick because if you look at it right now, they show like the playoff position. The number 7 seed is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're 6-4. You don't think they're going to stay at 7, are they? You got Baltimore Ravens behind them. You got the Chiefs behind them. You got the Dolphins behind them, and you got the Texans behind them. I mean, I don't know their schedule coming down the stretch, but I'm assuming that Jacksonville's not that great. I mean, you know. And I mean, the undolphin-like thing would be we'd win out and be 10-7.
But we do have the 29th easiest schedule left.
I mean, there's not a game on the schedule that makes me say that we can't win it. I mean, we got the Saints, then we got Pittsburgh, then we got the Jets, then we got Cincinnati, then Tampa, and then New England. Who's to say New England has the best record in the AFC and they rest everybody? What if it comes down to that week?
Yeah, we got the Saints, and then it's the Jets, and then it's Monday night, the 14th for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but those are winnable games. Pittsburgh ain't scary. Their defense ain't that great anymore.
And you seen Aaron Rodgers has got a fractured wrist.
Yep. So, and they had what's his name? Rudolph was in there. So, I mean, we're going to play against guys that aren't really threats to, you know, the toughest game I'm saying would be Tampa, and that's at home. And I mean, Cincinnati's not that good.
That'd be a game I wouldn't mind going down.
They getting Joe Burrow back, and they're going to also have Jamar Chase back. So I don't know.
Yeah, but they might not play Burrow. They're saying that now, but they're 3-8, Mr. Polk. Do you want to put your franchise guy in games that don't mean anything? I mean, I understand he wants to play and he's a competitor, but the 3-8. It's not like they're going anywhere. What happens? He goes in there and gets hurt. He's coming off a foot surgery or whatever. What's to say he's rusty and he gets hit because their line ain't that great?
Yeah, so in other words, they're going to be conservative.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, he's a great player. Everybody knows that, but he's also hasn't played in 7 weeks.
Well,
so
we need us to go on a run, and we need the Bengals to go on a run with Joe Burrow, so we can keep the Sunday night football game.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't happen. That's gonna be one of the flex games. I can see that coming.
Well, if we stay on a run, I think we could still. It's a possibility, but it's slim. But
hey, Derek, you got a better chance of running for the Jamaican freaking track team.
That'd be pretty bad. They must be really desperate then, if that's the case.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying about the TV.
That's funny.
You know, the funny thing is, like I said, the team's just doing just enough to keep our fan base like, oh, you know, now you're hearing everybody talking. Oh, we're gonna go to playoffs. Listen, everybody seems to forget it's going to be one of those games early in the year. Let's just say for shits and giggles that we do win all the rest of the games and we go 10-7. It's going to come down to the Charger game. It's going to come down to the Raven game, and it's all for naught. It's a good human interest story. Hey, they had a winning season, but did we make the playoffs? No. Did you cost yourself a draft pick? Yes. So you're still going to be in the boat with 8 picks and no top 10 pick. Like I said, I'm not here to say we should lose games because hell no. But realism is we aren't one player away. We're like 4 or 5 players that we need to build up our roster with youth. And I mean, yeah, you're going to get a lot of contracts hopefully off the books this off season, you know, but you're still going to replace people. And Miami used to be, everybody wanted to go to South Florida, you know. I mean, it's cool. Like I said, if we start winning and it brings back that enthusiasm, but who's going to be doing our picks? Do you want Champ Kelly making your draft picks? Or do you want a new general manager who's going to come in and say, hey, this is what I want? And when the new guy hopefully comes in, is he going to say, well, I don't want the coach and I don't want the quarterback? Well, the quarterback's staying. No matter what anybody says. But I mean, if
with the new GM, he might want to go ahead and get another quarterback anyway, you know, knowing that what we have with Tua already. And then also, too, with Champ Kelly, if we go with him, he's part of the collective. So it's like we're going to end up probably doing the same old thing again and again, you know.
Well, and that's the thing, Mr. Polk. That's what Ross wants. Ross don't want change. Ross wants you to say, hey, we're making an effort. The team's playing better. So we're only a player or two away. We're not a player or two away. Anybody with eyes can tell you that. We're like 4 or 5 players away.
Exactly.
See,
Our offensive line has not.
I kind of disagree with you on that.
Okay, now I'll give you a good example why we're 4 or 5 players away. Our offensive line has not had the actual starting lineup all year. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we counted on James Daniels, free agent signer from the Steelers, who came off a torn Achilles. How many games have you seen him in?
1.
Okay. You had Austin Jackson. You signed him to a new deal. How many games have you seen him in? 1.
1.
Okay. So you counted on those 2 as your starting guard and tackle. You put a rookie in on his offside, which is not his strong side. And then you had Patrick Paul, a brand new starter at left tackle for Teron Armstead. You honestly think that line scares people? No. Then you beat up on Achane. You got Tyreek Hill injured. Now Waddle is your main guy. He's a small guy. You have Waller, who got hurt. And you had Jalen Wright as your backup. Ollie Gordon as your backups. And then you have no line, and we still run that wide San Francisco zone offense where we run the ball wide all the time.
Right.
You have one receiver. Malik Washington gets used on the same stupid bubble screens where we lose 4 to 6 yards every time. You got Akine, who may get 1 ball every 3 weeks. Dolchik, the tight ends, played pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
And you signed Tanner Connor, useless. You had Taj Washington play 1 game. He fumbled. You haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
You signed Cedric Wilson, waste. So and now let's go to the defensive side of the ball. All off season, we talked about our pass rush. Tell me what you've seen out of our pass rush. Nothing. You've seen pressure, but you haven't seen sacks. And then you started with a whole new secondary. They're playing better. Granted, Jack Jones has been decent. Rasul Douglas, when he's been in there, he's been decent. Marshall just came back from an injury. You've had Oliver Fani and Ashton Davis and Minka Fitzpatrick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That don't scare anybody. Your best part of your team is Dodson and Brooks.
Chubb is going to be. You don't really need to scare anybody, though. I'm not worried about what the talking heads say. I mean,
no, I'm not talking about the talking heads. I'm talking about where you can get a stop. Are you sitting there, Derek, and honestly think that the Dolphins are getting stops against teams that have good offenses? They're getting stops right now against Marcus Mariota and Justin Fields and third-rate guys. You had one good game. You had 1 good game against Buffalo, and everybody thinks that we're as good as Buffalo now. We're not.
You stayed with the Chargers offense. We gave up that last play at the very end. The Ravens game, we should have been there. You gave up like 28 points, but Lamar and them was still decent.
Okay, so hey, Derek, you know what the word you just keep know what the word you keep saying, Derek, is? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I could have been president. I would have been president. I should have been president, but I wasn't on the ballot. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. How long have we heard woulda, coulda, shoulda? 25 years? 25 years?
If we get a coach in there who holds people accountability, you can't go by. We've had the injury bug, but yes, we knew that the line was going to be a rotating thing with Greer and his patch fixes. But to cut up on Patrick Paul to try to say that he's not, I think he's going to be just as good as Teron Armstead 10 years down the road. I'm telling you that right now. The guy is amazing, and he's still being taught by the Hall of Fame. Well, soon to be Hall of Famer Armstead.
Okay, but that's only one piece. You need 5 starters. One can't carry everybody.
You don't have to have superstars to get along, though. I mean, to be good.
No, but you have to have a physical mentality where your team is going to scare people and beat on people where they're not going to have the same will in the first quarter as they would in the fourth.
Well, we are.
Miami's problem is we're a finesse team. Anybody with eyes can see that. We're a finesse team. Yeah, until that mentality changes, the Dolphins will be status quo. They will be the same every year. They'll do just enough to keep everybody interested, but they're not winning anything.
Okay, let me ask you this: when's the last time you seen the Miami Dolphins run a 6-man line and ground and pound before Ricky Williams?
And early 2000s when they were actually a playoff team.
So there's the shift
They
right
had
there.
Lamar
There's
Smith.
the start.
They were physical.
There's the start. Now you got to keep pushing on that. You got to not take the ball so much to Achane and start running right and Gordon, but it's there. It's there. It's
But
the start.
you know what that is, Derek? If was a fifth,
You
we'd
gotta
all
have
be
an
drunk.
If you don't have an if, if you don't start with something, you don't try it, you're not going to have nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, but Derek, the magic word is if. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Okay.
Well, we're there. We're starting it. So that's all that matters. It's there. Now we just got to keep. We just have to keep doing it.
Okay, let's take a quick commercial break and get back on it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Jew's Catering. Chef Jew's Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Chef Jew, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area. Get your sweet treats, good eats, and don't forget the cheesecake.
You're gonna eat it all. You're gonna eat it all anyway. That's the problem.
Don't forget the turtle cheesecake.
Carl ain't gonna save nobody none. He gonna eat all the cheesecake for his damn self.
If it's a personal size cheesecake, that means it's personal.
Paul acts like we don't know what time is going on.
Remember to hit the like and subscribe, people.
Hey, Derek.
Yes, sir.
You know, I respect what you're saying about the team and getting better, but the problem is we as fans want more, and the Dolphins
100%.
management don't care.
Yeah, we seem like we get like we're starting here now. I understand the whole if part. No matter what, how bad we suck or if we do really good, I bleed aqua and orange, so I'm always going to find something positive. I'm going to try to find something positive for every game and try to build off that. Yes, it does get frustrating. Yes, this year has been very, very tough. I can't remember a year that's been tougher than – I think our 1-15 team had more heart at first. You know, the fight that they had every game compared to this season.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm always going to back my team, whether we're good, bad, winning. Yeah, no disrespect to you. I just like to have a little debate. That's what makes it fun.
Oh, yeah. I respect that about you.
I even said it at the Jets game when Tyreek Hill went down. I said it's going to be a very ugly season. Without having Hill and the injury bug that's hurt us with our rotating offense, with the line, losing Hill. Our offense took a major step back with losing Tyreek Hill. And I don't know, even next year, he's probably not going to come back. He's already put out that he's a free agent or whatever. He's starting his stuff or whatever, but it's going to be different offense, you know? And that Tyreek made Tua look good at times when Tua shouldn't look good at all, you know?
And the other thing is too, it's not going to be, when I says I'm not saying this for anybody here on the panel, but we're not one player away from being a better team. To me, we are players, maybe
Yes, sir.
GM, or maybe even a head coach, or even more than that, away from being a better team. Our team has a lot of issues.
You
I mean,
think?
to me, we may win we won a good game with the Buffalo Bills, but to me, that still doesn't brighten the future for us right now. So I'm like I've said before, and I'll say it again, until I see until we make some more changes and what have you. I just don't. I love my team. I always will, and I'm a Dolphin for life. And what happened since 1966 when they became the Miami Dolphins. But right now, I just don't see too much going where we can go to the playoffs or well, no, I'm gonna stop saying playoff because I want Super Bowl. I don't just want. I'm not gonna be satisfied with the playoff. I want a Super Bowl. But until that happens and what have you, I'm gonna always root for my team. I know that maybe next season or the season after it can happen, but chances of that right now are not that great. So I'm going to support my team. I'm in observation right now for the next couple of years. I'm in observation. I'm going to see who we're going to bring in for a GM if we're going to do that. Are we going to keep McDaniels or bring in another head coach? Are we going to start getting some players for the future so that we can start, so we can get the show on the road? That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah, hear me out on this, guys. Okay, so if we're multiple players away, why is it every single time we let a player go, our homegrown talent goes and balls out everywhere else? We're not missing players. We're missing one thing: culture. And I think the culture has been terrible since the whole fake bullying crap and since Greer came in. This is where I think we need to, if this new GM needs to come in and shake up the culture because they're all pros. We have pretty good players. We got HN, we got, Patrick Paul. I mean, look, you just let Jalen Phillips go for a third-round pick, and he dominated with the Eagles. Yes, is it helping him that he's on a really good defensive line? Absolutely. But the players are there. That's what I'm trying to say. I believe they're there. It's just you got it. Like if we had Bill Belichick and did it the Patriot way, do your damn job, and you held the culture, I'm telling you, these players buy in. Players are buying in when you're in a positive atmosphere and you're doing the things you need to do. That's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I think
my
go ahead.
my
Go ahead,
my
Russell.
first gripe with that whole thing is if.
Mm-hmm.
The sad part is everybody's getting a check. Everybody should work. You shouldn't have to have somebody from the outside telling you to be motivated or to do something to get yourself in gear. I don't understand how a grown ass man needs someone to tell you that you need to do something. It's crazy. But our team
That's the
does
difference
just enough.
in college too.
They do just enough to keep you interested.
That's it.
And Stephen Ross is not changing McDaniel or Tua because he
At
doesn't
all.
want to seem like he's wrong. He gave McDaniel an extension, 2 years, so he's not going anywhere. And no general manager is going to come into that and then say, "Oh, I want to change, but you can't let me make a change."
So what was the post by the X post with all them saying that the Dolphins GM job has really got a lot of talks around the NFL, and it seems like a position they want to do, and that's multiple people saying it.
But
Do you believe
those are
that, or
people
is
that aren't the
that-
owner.
But okay, on the coaching part, just because he gave him a 3-year extension doesn't mean they're gonna keep him around. They've dropped him before right after they've given him extensions.
Yeah, usually off of 1-year deals, the interim coaches. He's not an interim coach.
No, they've hired coaches where they've given them a 4-year deal, and the following year they dropped them.
Okay, I'll say this next year. When the draft comes in April, I'm guaranteeing McDaniels is there.
Oh,
I'm
well,
not
we
saying,
know that. They've already said
he's
that.
not going to be there. I'm just saying they could if they want to. You said they're not going to.
It's not going to happen. I'm telling you. You're saying, yeah, it could happen. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Every game, the rest of the season, yes, McDaniels is gone.
He's staying. I'm telling you, he can win 2 games. He's staying. Because Tua is under contract next year for $56 million. And they're not going to release him because it will be dead cap money.
Mm-hmm.
Now what are you going to do? You're going to be stuck for 4 years where you have to portion off half of the contract. And you can't sign nobody.
And I'm calling it now. Tua balls out next year because he's on his last guaranteed money, and then we're gonna have to make a decision. You watch. He's gonna be better than average next year.
I'm not going with that. I'm sorry. I just don't see that with Tua.
I'm just telling you, guys play when their money starts coming. That's the difference between the old school college ball and the NFL. The money starts getting involved, it ruins everything.
He'll be advertising for another team next season because I don't see after 2027 they're going to sit there and continue with Tua. I'll be honest with you. He'll be going after 2027. I think 2027. Yeah.
Back to the end thing. What if he balls out and wins the freaking Super Bowl? Just saying. I mean, I'm going to have a better chance of winning the lottery, but I'm just saying, what do you do in that situation?
Hey, Derek, I love you, brother. You should be an inspirational speaker at church. You're on the woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I'm just trying to keep this debate going. I'm just being the odd man out here.
And I appreciate you. You know, you're the guy that can make wine out of water.
For real.
You're very biblical.
I mean, gone after next year? Yes, after the 26 season 2 is gone, but but he's going to want to get paid somewhere else, I mean,
good luck with that.
Yeah, but we're not going to pay him here.
He's not getting paid in Miami.
He's not going to get paid in Miami. He already got big bag. We're not giving him another big bag, and we got to start. I'm sorry, we got. If he's getting
$56 million now, how many do you think he's going to get then? 80?
Yeah, he ain't getting. But who do you replace him with? I don't know who you would replace him. If you go back and watch the thing off WCFL Facebook page and look at and watch that video, it's about 20 minutes long, and listen to it at the very end. He's not going to be a great superstar quarterback. He's not terrible, but he's good. You know what I mean? So you still got to find something. Are you willing to struggle another 3-4 years until you find another quarterback? Well, really, it's been longer than 3 or 4 because we haven't had a quarterback that's been worth a shit since Dan Marino. So,
well, my thing is this: you keep getting the quarterback until you make a hit.
We've been doing that though. That's the problem.
No, we haven't really.
No, we haven't.
We've had 30 starting quarterbacks since Dan Marino. What do you mean we haven't been trying?
Yeah, but you had all retreads. You didn't have no one young guy. Who was the guy you're thinking of that was outside of Ryan Tannehill that they drafted? Nobody. They had Jay Fiedler, Cleo Lemon, Ray Lucas, Gus Farrar. You wanted me to keep going? Sage Rosenfels. You want me to keep going?
Cleo Lemon's Dolphin Winner's favorite quarterback.
Who's that?
Lemon.
Cleo
Lemon.
I was at the
boy.
game where he got our only one against the Ravens, the 1-15 season.
So I had my high hopes up on Pat White, and then he comes into the game and gets knocked out by a Steelers guy.
Pat White.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
I
tell you
met
the truth.
the guy. I
I didn't like that
met the
pick
guy up
either.
there in West Virginia, and then I was so excited to see that. I was like, man, I met that guy, and he's gonna be on my favorite team. Comes in and gets killed.
Derek probably still believes in the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy.
I sure do.
I do.
Oh yeah.
Nah, but
I gotta give you credit, Derek, though, because you're very inspirational.
You got to stay positive. I honestly, you want to know why I've been so positive? I think this Florida vibe down here, the Sunshine State, is making me think better and more positive. I ain't in that cold ass weather like you are right now, and
I don't know
hating
about
life.
I don't know about thinking more better. It might be making you more positive.
Yeah, because Papa
What's up
Paul lives
down
in
here?
Florida. He ain't thinking as positive as you.
I'm in Miami.
Well, I'm just high on life down here right now. That's what it is. I'm still in the honeymoon stage down here.
Well, you know, it's funny. Papa Paul lives up toward the Tampa area. Mr. Polk lives in Miami. Saul lives in Philly. I live in Mass, and I ain't getting that positive. I can live in Fort Lauderdale. Ain't gonna change nothing.
Hey, it puts me. Well, I'm just high on life, sir. I guess I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that, Derek. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not knocking you at all.
Oh,
I'm just saying
you guys are all family, and even if
My
we
thing is-
disagreed with something, we're all at the end of the show. We're still going to be family no matter what. And that's what I love about it, because we can debate each other, and nobody's going to get offended. And that's the best part about with our little crew here. That's what makes it awesome.
Well, see, what it all adds up to me, Derek, is that we all want to see the Miami Dolphins, our team, be successful. That's what all this is about. That's what with the different opinions and this and that. It's all about wanting to see our team be successful and make it and go to the Super Bowl. I'm not going to accept just the playoff. I want to go to the Super Bowl. I want more. I want the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, I mean, like I would consider a partial successful season if we win a playoff game, but in the long term goal is that. But I'm just tired. Like, how is it we can sit here and debate and pick out the things that we know that's wrong, the culture, the certain GM or the coach, and this and that. But every time we try to express our opinions and stuff, the management and the owner doesn't want to see anything. I'm sick and tired of the glass being half full. Why are we constantly half-assing everything when we should be given 110%? I understand, like, for the longest time, I was like back of Ross because he made the stadium nice, this and that. But I'm really starting to see why you guys complain about him so much, because it's all about the dollar signs and the business. And that's what's frustrating, because I'm tired of the glass being half full. I want a full glass. Like, nobody wants a damn beer half drinking or whatever, how you pronounce it. But I want that full beer. Like, why are we not getting that when we have the ability to do it? All these other teams are doing it, but
Exactly.
I know people like Mr. Polk and I. We want to see a Super Bowl win before we die.
Yeah. That's for real. And the thing is with me, I'm just getting tired of the past. Well, I shouldn't say the past 4 years, but I'm just getting tired of the same old each year. When we don't do, when we don't make it there, it's like they go and grab these players and try to give us this hope that, okay, this player is going to change everything. I'm just getting tired of the same old. Well, let's say banana in the tailpipe. I'm just getting tired of it. It's like each season it's pretty much the same thing, and what have you. And when I say this, I'm not blaming the players. It's like I said, to me, I'm blaming the front office. I'm blaming them because they're the reason why we pretty much are in this mess right here. Now, even though they got rid of oh my goodness,
Yeah.
even though we got rid of Greer and what have you, I still see the same
Status quo.
the same component, status quo or components that still help contribute to us being where we are. And so that's why I say, if we're gonna, I'm just saying this. If we're gonna run with Champ Kelly, to me, he's part of the collective. Okay, if we
Yep.
go get somebody from outside, are we gonna let this person? Are we gonna let this GM come and do the things that that he can do to make us a better team, or are we gonna do him? Are we gonna create another grill with him? See, that's my concern. It has to be some more changes. I mean, I know we can't get rid of Ross, but one thing I'm hoping is that somehow Ross wakes up and say, you know what? I got to make some changes with myself, with the guys that's business wise like me, and we got to start we got to start bringing in some people and letting them make football decisions and whatever, so we can get out of this rut that we in. Because I'm tired of seeing it. This is year after year after year.
We
Right.
don't have a.
Let me
We
comment
don't
on
have a.
that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Russell. So I got a question for you guys. So I think yes, with Greer being gone, it's going to help, and that I don't think Champ Kelly's going to be our GM. But quick question for you guys for the panel here. So see how quick the Patriots rebounded and leading the division now. Do you think Miami, if we draft good, you get a solid GM in there, and possibly with McDaniels, do you think we could turn around something that quick?
Nope.
With what?
Nah.
We only have 8
years?
picks.
Mm-mm.
We have
How
no
many
money.
years do you think? How
And
many
you
years do you
got to
think it
remember,
would take?
Philip. The Patriots had a lot of cap they had good cap space to the point
And
where
14 picks.
they
A
went
lot of
and
picks.
they went in free agency and went and got good players, and just
Yep.
like you said, the draft and got good players. We
The
don't
thing
have that
about
right now.
New England, they have a lot of money. They have a quarterback on a 5th-year deal, so he's only in the 2nd year, so they can sign everybody. They also had 14 picks. Next year's draft, they got 13,
Mm.
and they're young. So, what do you say? We got 8 picks and some high-priced veterans. Now, how are we supposed to rebuild?
But we do got a lot of young players on our team as well that we could still build off. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how you can
But
possibly
you're gonna
Okay.
need
just
more
draft,
players.
but draft
You're gonna
picks
need
ain't
more players,
guaranteed
Derek.
proven starters though.
No, but I
How
mean,
many of them 14 guys that they drafted are actually on the field playing more than 50%?
how about 7 of them are starters?
Okay.
And one of them, Trayvon Henderson, running back, Campbell, tackle, and they got 3 on defense,
Okay.
as well as Christian Gonzalez, young, Mafu, linebacker, young, and then they got Milton Williams from Philly, who's young, and there's a Super Bowl defensive tackle.
Okay.
And we're counting on Jordan Phillips, Kenneth Grant. Are you serious? I got a better chance of starting, and I'm 61. Our team is in flux. We have not had good drafts. We watch guys walk out the door, and we got nothing for them.
Yep. That's
So
what
I mean,
killed us more than anything.
that you can't put it any better than that. And
That's
like
what
we're all Dolphin fans. Sure, we want our team to be successful. But I mean, sheesh.
That's what I was saying earlier. That's what's coming back to haunt us. Every time that we let somebody go, we draft that was any good, we end up letting them go for nothing, letting them go for pennies on the dollar, and then they go out to another team, and then they come back and they kick our asses.
And then
that's
how about a stubborn head coach with his play calling?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
How do you have 2 separate drives inside the 3-yard line against the Commanders and get no points?
But then again, though, well, yeah, you should have kicked the field goal for one, but you're going against
There we
a
go.
pretty damn.
There we go with the shoulda, woulda, coulda.
But you're still going against a pretty damn good defensive coordinator. Well, he's now your head coach. The Commanders ain't terrible.
Listen,
Jalen
Derek, you had
Daniels got
first
hurt.
and goal from the 2-yard line, and you're running HN wide.
I'm not
When you got
disagreeing.
Ollie Gordon,
Right.
not touching it.
Go.
2 straight drives.
Right, but that's where I said earlier in the show, though, you should have put Achane and Ollie Gordon back there to try to confuse it. Fake it to Ollie or something, and then throw Achane out on the flat or some kind of disguise.
Oh, no,
And then the
just
big
run
thing we're missing, if you had Darren Waller there too, how much of a
Derek,
difference? I know it's
I love you. Hey, and that if shoulda, woulda, coulda. Man, I want you as my congressman because I know nothing will get done.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda. If we would have got rid of Kenneth Grant and picked up Tyler Warren, and we would have been able to score touchdowns.
Guys, y'all have a good night. I'm getting off here. I will see y'all on
Saul Winters, I love you, brother.
All right.
Love y'all, brothers.
We're going to call it a night anyway, Saul. We're going to call it a night.
Okay, man. Peace, love, and fins up, everybody. Love you, Derek. Love you, Paul. Mr. Pope.
Same here.
Papa Paul.
Take care.
Peace.
Good night.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace, love, fins up.